Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's videos, I will show you that how to run VBA code. VBA code means suppose you have an Excel file and it has a macros and VBA script. So how can you execute it using UiPath? So we have a two different method to execute macro. First is if you have code VBA coding in your Excel, and if you do not have a macro enabled file, so you can use it in another way. So but in today's tutorial I will show you that how to execute macro using Excel enabled file. Suppose you have already created some macros in Excel and if you want to run it, so this is my UiPath studio. So let's check it out, our data. So this is my data file, right? I file open it. This is the xlsm file, right? Xlsm means the extension of this file is xlsm. If I'll show you that the for name equal to, so you can see that end of this Excel file. This is the basically a path of this Excel file. This is the xlsm file, and the extension of this file is xlsm. It means that it has, this is a macro enabled file. We can write the macro on this file. So let's check it out whether we have macros in it. So okay, we do not have macro. So let me create very simple macro for that. Okay, so just like we have some values here, right, in discount band column. If I want to just color some of the values, like if in this particular range, if we the cell value is greater than 50, then we will color it. We will color it. Okay, I'm just creating very small macro for that. So, okay, so test, you do not have to learn it because it is a coding. I know these coding, that's why I'm writing it. Okay, demi as an integer equal. If you know the macros knowledge, then you can just also write the script as well. Range a1 dot and xlm dot row for I is equal to 2 I if range d and I. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just writing a very small code. Okay, range d and I dot vb red. Okay, green, and if and next. So in this particular code, what this code is going to do, that if I run this code, then okay, it is not running. Okay, let me just debug it once again. Demi as an integer, okay, equal to range a1. Okay, row. If I run this code, then you can see that the values which is greater than 50, it is the color has been changed of these cells. The color is green color, right? Suppose we have some Excel enabled file and we want to run the code, whatever code we have in these files, right? You can see that this is a xlsm enabled file, and this particular file we have some code inbuilt. So if we want to run this code using UiPath, so how can we run it, right? So it cannot be happen that we will go to the UiPath editor, this Excel, and then we will just run that code. So we already have some activities in UiPath, so we can just run our macro using that UiPath, these activity UiPath X activities. So first of all, I need to just copy this subroutine. Okay, this is the name of this code. This is the method basically. This is a code of this is script, main code, right? Subroutine, main code, or whatever you want to say to it. So this is a test. This is my test module, and I will close it. I will go to the UiPath Studio. Then I will use Excel application scope method, and I will select that file. It is in my data folder. only one simple activity you need to use, macro, execute macro, right? I will cop I will just drag it like here, and I will paste my subroutine name, my right. So this is the name of that macro which we have just created, right? So I'm going to open that file right now. Okay, so my code is running fine. Okay, so I will run this code. Okay, let's check it out whether it is working or not. Okay, it is not executing right now. It's running. Actually, I run it in a debug mode, that is taking time. Okay, now you can see that all the range of these, the values which is greater than 50, the color has been changed for these cells. Now the color is green. So if I'll execute my macro from here, then you can see that the color of these cells has been changed. So what is my macro? Basically the macro is the cell which is the value is greater than 50. The color will be changed for those values, right? And I have saved it. I'm saving it right now. You can see here. And I'm just running this code from here. Run. So now you can see that my UiPath, my code has been executed, and that cell value, the cell color has been changed. So in this way you can use this method as well, like this activity basically, like execute macro. If you have Excel enabled file and it has some macros coding, so you can copy the name of that particular macro, and you can just take the Excel application scope, and you can use this activity, that is execute macro, and you can put the name of that particular macro, and you can run the code. And whatever the values you are getting through this code, so you same way you will get that same result using this Excel application scope. So it has another method as well, that is invoke VBA. So I will create another video for that. So right now we are just targeting only those Excel file which has xlsm enabled extension. But let's suppose if we do not have xlsm enabled extension, and if you want to run execute our macro, then how can we run it? So in upcoming video tutorial I will show you that how we can just execute macro using UiPath activities. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.